All right, hello. I wanted to record a quick demo about the SQL Challenge platform that we at Southshore Analytics have built and are releasing. So, yeah, goal of this platform, SQL has unlocked my career. I learned SQL at my first job and have used it almost every single day of my career since then. I worked at a healthcare consulting firm and then I worked at Uber a few years later. And one thing that really stood out to me at Uber was that everybody had access to learn, had access to training, and was expected to learn SQL in their first week or two on the job. And this was really amazing because it empowered everybody, no matter what role they were in, to be able to access their own data and make data driven decisions because they were empowered with that ability to use SQL and write their own queries, build their own reports, that kind of thing. So one of my goals is to have this platform available for other people to learn SQL in kind of a fun and competitive way. So we have an ELO rating system. If you're familiar with chess, it's just a way to rate you based on your recent performance on the problems. And there's a bit of a competitive element to the platform, which is cool. Eventually would love to build in some training modules and expand beyond just SQL into Python and maybe have some modules about AI and data visualization. But for the beta, we're starting with SQL strictly. And so I will show you how to sign up and just give a quick demo of how the product works. So you can click by joining beta. For the first 100 users, it's free for life. So we'll go here, and I'm just going to create a test account that I'll delete after this. And then I'll just say data engineer, chief data guy. Cool. So once you log in, you'll be prompted with just a quick tour of kind of how challenge interface works. So yeah, one challenge per day matched to your skill level. Everybody kind of starts in the intermediate level, but based on your performance, the difficulty of your challenges will flex up or down. You can build a streak for additional rewards, and then you can earn points and climb the leaderboard as you perform well on these challenges. Every challenge will have a title and description, a difficulty badge, and an estimated time for how long it will take. It'll tell you exactly what data to return. So that's what you're looking for when you complete the challenge. You'll get a sample of the tables that are available and what the sample data looks like in those tables that you can study before beginning the challenge. And then there's an ability to test your SQL syntax before submitting. So this won't give you the results of your SQL, but it'll just validate whether or not the syntax has any minor errors that you might not have caught. And so this is a good way just to check that everything's working before submitting. So when you click Start Challenge, the timer begins. The shorter it takes you to complete it, the higher your score. But the most important thing is that you get it correct. So if you get up to 3 tries per challenge, but if you take more than 1 attempt to solve it, your overall ELO rating is going to decrease and your score for the challenge will decrease as well. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Here we go. Final products that have never been sold. Show product ID and product name ordered by product name. And so here are my tables. I've got a products table and I've got a sales table. And so I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. So I'll say select product ID, product name from products P. I know I'm going to order by product name. And then I need to find all products that have never been sold. So what I'm going to do is left join sales on P dot product ID equals S dot product ID where S dot product ID is null. So that should return my products that have never been sold because they're not showing up in the sales table based on the SQL query I've written. So I'm going to test that query. Oh, I had an ambiguous column reference, so good thing I tested. So I'll just make sure to pull both of these from the product table. Let's test again. All right, cool. So query executed successfully with no syntax errors. Submit when you're ready. So I'll go ahead and submit my solution. And then awesome, I just earned my first points. So I got an ELO improvement. Come back tomorrow to keep my streak alive and earn more points. And then we can go to the dashboard. On the dashboard, I could see where my ELO rating is, my current streak, total points I've earned. I can view a calendar of all the challenges I have solved and how many points I earned on a given day. There's a leaderboard. This is just a test account, but there's a leaderboard where you can see how other people have done all time and just this week alone. And you can see a history of your own challenge attempts. And yeah, give it a try. Let me know if you have any feedback and we'll work on incorporating it.